Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting me. It's really an honor to be a speaker along with Congresswoman Judy Chu, Congressman Ted Lieu, and of course our great presidential candidate Andrew Yang. This is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and we have so much to be proud of and so much to celebrate. Asian Americans, Chinese Americans have given much to this country. They've given their blood, sweat, and tears developing this country. As we heard earlier, tomorrow marks the 151st anniversary of the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad, made possible because of the sacrifices of tens of thousands of Chinese laborers who came from China and worked here. It was a railroad that was stuck in the mountains outside of California and could not be finished without the ingenuity and the sacrifices and the technological prowess of the Chinese immigrants. And of course, Chinese immigrants later on served in our armed forces, whether it's like my dad in World War II, part of the Normandy invasion, or others who have served since. And Chinese Americans, Asian Americans who have developed groundbreaking treatments, fighting cancer, fighting AIDS, starting great companies. We have much to be proud of. But we also recognize that there's continued discrimination against Asian Americans. And with this pandemic of the coronavirus, we're seeing these acts of hostility, discrimination, racism targeted against all Asian Americans. And that's something we have to fight. To remind people that America is really a land of immigrants, except for the Native Americans. All of us are foreigners, whether we're first generation or 10th generation, whether our ancestors came here on the Mayflower, on a slave ship from Africa, or on a steamer from China. And each group, each wave of newcomers to America has contributed to the vitality, the energy, the dynamism, the innovation of America, which makes us so, so unique. This is a time in which we have to remind ourselves that we are one country, made up of many cultures, many peoples, many languages, and many religions. Because we're all in this together to fight the coronavirus. And there are a lot of people who have been hurt, as well as who have died from this. People who have been sickened, people who have died, and I think all of us have people very close to us who have passed away because of the virus. A lot of people are out of work because of the shutdown order to try to stop this virus. And because so many people are out of work, we have a lot of organizations nonprofits that are not receiving the funds that they normally do. We have a lot of people who are hungry, a lot of people who are trying to feed their families. And that's why this effort by the United Chinese Americans in partnership with the Salvation Army is so important and so needed. This Food of Love Day, in which for the next several weeks, Asian American, Chinese American organizations will be trying to provide food for seniors in senior centers and people who need help wherever they might be, and providing food to food banks. This is a time in which we come together to show that we are one country, one people in 50 states and cities all across America, taking care of each other. And it's really great that we have so many Asian American and Chinese American organizations that have been raising money to buy supplies for our first responders, our medical personnel, making sure they have the equipment that they need. So this is really a time of celebration, but a time in which we need to commit ourselves to helping each other. And I'm just so glad that the United Chinese Americans is working with organizations and Asian American groups all across the United States, along with the Salvation Army, to take care of those in need.